Oh, you've just caught me having a trim, guys. Just having a little trim. Want to keep it looking tidy, don't we? While you're on, just on the exercise bike. So 15 days now on the trot, back on my bike. Today is April the 2nd. So it took me 2 weeks to recover from that second cycle of chemo. It took me a little bit longer than the first time. And then after, it was about 10 days I think, and then I started feeling a bit better, so just managed to get on the bike, but I was really struggling to start. I could only do like 5-10 minutes. My heart rate was just zooming straight up, and it was after that chemo as well, it was like taking my breath away just getting up the stairs. And our kidder, he couldn't believe how much it was taking my breath away just going up the stairs. I was having to like have a 30-second, even a minute breather once I'd got up and down the stairs once. So it really took it out of me a bit, the second cycle. But obviously started building it up, can now do just over an hour on my turbo. Not massive power. I think last time I got to 227 watts as my FTP. I think at the moment, the way it's going, I'd probably be just over the 200 mark. So originally I think I was about 260 before all my chemo started, so just shows how much power I've lost and how much fitness my sides are still a bit sore, to be fair. But to be fair, I was talking to Kidder today and he told me off for not doing a video for a while, but I says I ain't had out to say. I've been waiting on the phone for 2 weeks to find out this plan, because you know I was allergic to that chemotherapy, that paclitaxel. Well, they wanted me to try and have a controlled tolerance test with it, so my body would get used to it, because apparently that's really the chemo that one of the chemos that I do really need for the cancer I've got. But all the chemists and that, there was like, I'm not going to get used to it, because I was only getting drip fed it in the hospital before, really, when I was on the chemo, and I had a reaction straight away. So they've changed it from paclitaxel. I've now got this other one called, it's called NAB paclitaxel, so it's mixed slightly different, and it's coated in something, so I shouldn't really have any reaction to it. So they've come up with a plan. I start chemo next Thursday, and I've got to have, it's 1 day a week every Thursday for 16 weeks. So that's a little bit different than staying in hospital all the time. I've got to go on a Wednesday for blood tests and everything, make sure everything's working all right, so I'm ready for the chemo the following day. So it's going to be a bit of a trek going to Leeds on a Wednesday and then going back on a Thursday morning for my chemo. We'll see how it goes. They have said I can stay in the hotel in the hospital if I want to on the Wednesday, but I've got to be there early on the Wednesday morning and then early there on the Thursday morning. I'm like, I don't want to be stuck in that hotel room or hospital all day on the Wednesday, so I think I'll be fine, to be fair, just going there on the Wednesday, coming back and then going on the Thursday, and it's only 2 days, isn't it? I've got a feeling it's going to take me 3 or 4 days to recover each week, and then I might have a couple of good days before I have to go back in again. We'll just have to see. Hopefully I might be able to still do a little bit of cycling and try and keep my fitness up. So I've got to have, when I do go in and have these chemos, so I've got to have the NAB paclitaxel that I've told you about. I've got to have one called oxaliplatin and irinotecan. That's the other third one. Bit of a concoction of 3 different chemos. I'm not sure how long I'll be in for on that day, so we'll just have to wait and see. I'll find out more just before I go in next week for my tests, for my pre-tests before. So that's an update on me, guys. I'm popping away on my turbo trainer every day just to try and get my fitness up, and it is getting there slowly, which is quite good. I'm just on now on Zwift, look, as you can see. Just Swifting 100, I'm only doing 100 watts while I'm talking to you guys, don't want to be out of breath too much. Ticking over quite nicely, so feeling alright. Yeah, all good. So that's the update. Hope I've filled you in right. But I've been waiting on that phone for 2 weeks for him to try and come up with a plan, so at least now we've got a plan, so we can crack ahead. next 4 months could be a little bit brutal, but we'll see how it goes. And I think after that they're on about doing the high dose stuff again, but we'll see. Everything always changes with chemo. You can never plan too far ahead because things always change. It always happens. I don't let it get me down. I know about it too much now, and I know they say 16 weeks. There's probably a good chance I'll go 1 week and my liver function test or kidney function test won't be quite right, and I might have to have a week off or something like that. And that's what happens with chemotherapy. But I've learned to not, I don't get down about it now, and I tell other people who are having chemo not just to expect things not to go according to plan, because they never really do. But fingers crossed we'll get through the 16 weeks within about 16 weeks, maybe 18 weeks or something, and we'll crack on. But I'll fill you in as I go. That's it for now.